This video is brought to you by Dr. Kristen R. Bromley's Guitar Method Book Series and Online Music Academy.
Hi, I'm Dr. Kristen Bromley. Welcome to my online academy. I love being here helping you with playing the guitar. In this video, I'm going to go over a couple different ways we can use a hammer-on technique when we're strumming the chords, which is super fun. Of course, we'll jam together on a couple chord progressions working on these techniques as well. And when I say jam together, I mean you, me, and the band, as I have recorded bass and drums accompaniment for us to play along with. This video accompanies lesson 14 from my Chords and Harmony Books 1 and 2 method book. So in the book, we're going to be starting on page 92. We'll be on pages 92 and 94. What I'm going to do here in this video supplements the explanation found there on page 92, and we'll be using a couple different chord progressions from page 94. Alright, so let's take a look at this technique. The first way that we'll look at it. With hammering on, what we do is we play one note and then we add a finger to the string to play another note. That's what happens when we're playing like a single note, for example. When we're doing this with a chord, we can do it with one note that is being fingered by a finger in that chord, or we can do it with multiple notes. We're going to practice it with multiple notes. So if I demonstrate this with an E chord, what I would do is strum the open strings and then add the fingers that play that chord. And you get a hammering on technique happening that creates that cool little slur from the open strings to the chord. Now, in using this, we're going to insert this with a strumming pattern. In the last video, I introduced the strumming pattern I have up here on the board, which goes down, 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 up, down, down. If you need help with that strumming pattern, check out the last video where I went over the strumming pattern. We are going to insert, though, this hammer-on technique right here on the first beat. And in doing it, we'll anticipate that beat a little bit. We want the chord to happen right as we hit that beat. So we're creating a little slur from the open chords, from the open strings to being fingered with the chord. We want that chord to happen right on beat 1. So with an E chord, that would be like 1, 2, 3, 4. Happening well with your left hand or the fingering hand, then you want to attack the strings kind of hard. The harder you attack the strings, the more you'll get a pronounced sound. If you just kind of go on a little bit and don't really hit them right on there, then you might not get the same effect. But you can just practice. If you're struggling to insert it in the string pattern, you can just practice getting a good sound of that chord. We are going to be using E, A, and B7 in the chord progression that we're going to be playing. So you can practice that with each of those chords. E, A, and B7. And then you want to try inserting it with the strumming pattern. I'm going to do it once per chord, going in that order. E, A, B7, coming back to E, using this, inserting that hammer on right there on that first one. So I have 1, 2, ready, and... Once you can kind of do that, it's time for us to jam together on a chord progression. So we're going to work on this with number 10 on page 94. And we'll be using this strumming pattern once per measure. So it's going to happen once per chord with that chord progression. We'll do it twice, first at a slower tempo and then a faster tempo. Once we've worked together with this technique, this hammer-on technique, then we're going to look at another hammer-on technique that we can use when playing chords. So it's going to be fun. Let's go ahead and play these chord progressions. right, super fun. I hope you're enjoying this. Of course, you don't have to hammer on all the notes that are being fingered for a chord. You can just do one note. But with that E chord, that A chord, and that B7 in that progression, I thought it's kind of fun to hammer them all on. But for example, with the D chord, I could just hammer on the top one. It's actually kind of fun with that one to pull off. You could even go up to a sus chord and pull off with your pinky. We haven't done sus chords yet in the lesson series, but we will. Sometimes you can do pull-offs as well, but most of the time we're doing hammer-ons. So sometimes just one note is all we want. And we're actually going to look at another way to do things with just one note. So we've been working recently on the bass down up, alternate bass down up strumming pattern, which is super fun. And I have that up here on the board. Bass, down, up, alternate, bass, down, up. What we're going to do with this is hammer on our alternate bass. So with a C chord, if I go bass, down, up, and then hammer on that alternate bass, I get that. I should mention, if this is not a familiar strumming pattern for you, we have done it before in the lesson series quite a bit. So check out those previous videos where we have worked on that as a strumming pattern. So with C, if I'm going from that lower bass to that next, the higher alternate bass, just on that next string, 5th string to 4th string, then I can do that bass, down, up, hammer on. The chord progression that we're going to play is going to use C, F, and G7, so let's practice this with an F chord too. Same kind of thing. Only difference is this time I'm doing 4th string for my bass and 3rd string for the alternate. We're also going to use that G7, so the same kind of thing. Super fun, and we'll go back to C. So just in getting used to this, we'll do this strumming pattern twice per chord, doing first the C chord, then the F, then the G7, and then the C. So you'd have 1, 2, ready, and... we can take it faster. It's like 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, so now that we have that happening, let's go ahead and play a chord progression together using this. So we're going to do chord progression number 14, found there on page 94. We will insert this strumming pattern twice per measure there, so it's going to be super fun. We'll do it first at a slower tempo and then at a faster tempo. Let's do it! Okay, awesome! I hope you are having fun with this. In the next few videos, we're going to take a look at some strumming patterns that work well for jazz, so that's going to be great. Take care, and I'll see you again. Thanks for watching this video. If you found it helpful, please hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. And be sure to check out more great content. You can find more information about me and my products at KristenBromley.com. Take care.